It is Saturday night, and you are sitting in the dark inside a bank vault. The door behind you is sealed, time locked. It will not open until Monday morning at 9. You have been in here for 4 hours already, and you have 44 more to go. Your flashlight is off. You are conserving the battery. In the dark, you can hear nothing except your own breathing and the faint mechanical sound of the building settling. You are not afraid. That is the part nobody will understand later. Not the police, not the FBI, not the journalists who call this the perfect crime and try to figure out what kind of criminal mastermind could have planned something like this. You are not a criminal mastermind. You are a hairdresser from Chicago. You have a wife. You have a child. You have a perfectly ordinary life that has always felt to you like wearing someone else's clothes. You are in this vault for the same reason some people jump out of planes, because ordinary life has never been loud enough. And this, right now, in this dark, in this sealed room, with everything on the line, this is the loudest thing you have ever felt. You have always had a problem with ordinary life, not with the people in it, not with the work itself, with the volume. Everything around you has always felt like it was happening at half the intensity it should. Other people seem satisfied by things that leave you feeling like you are watching your own life through glass, present technically, but separated from any sense that what you are doing actually matters. You are good at your job. You are good with people, genuinely good. The kind of good that comes from actually paying attention to them, rather than performing attention. 30 minutes with a client in your chair, and you know more about their life than their closest friends do. You know how to ask the question that gets the real answer. You know how to make someone feel that you are entirely focused on them. You have also always known that you can make people believe things. Not lies, exactly. Versions of the truth that serve a purpose. A framing that guides someone toward a conclusion without them realizing they are being guided. These two qualities, the craving for genuine risk and the ability to construct convincing identities, have coexisted in you for your entire adult life without a direction. And then one afternoon, you drive past the First National Bank of Barrington, and you notice, through the window of your car, that the ceiling panel above the vault area is broken. And something in your brain, the part that has been sitting quietly for years, waiting for exactly the right problem, finally finds what it has been looking for. You do not rush. This is perhaps the most important decision you make across the entire operation. The decision to take as long as necessary, to do nothing that cannot be done perfectly, to treat this not as a crime, but as an engineering problem that requires a complete solution before any action begins. You rent a safety deposit box at the First National Bank of Barrington. You begin visiting regularly. The vault attendant, the woman who manages access, becomes someone you know. You are warm with her, consistent. You tell her you are a painting dealer, knew that you store valuable artwork and supplies in your box, that you occasionally need to bring in large cases. She accepts this completely because you are exactly the kind of pleasant, reliable customer who becomes invisible through familiarity. Inside those large cases, you are bringing tools, heavy cutters, hammers, drills. You hide them in the broken false ceiling above the vault area during your visits, one piece at a time, over months, until everything you will need is already inside. You make 2 observations that will make everything possible. First, there are no cameras inside the vault. The lobby has cameras. The teller counters have cameras. The vault, the most valuable room in the building, is completely unmonitored. Second, the bank checks what customers bring in. They do not check what customers take out. The vault has motion sensors and vibration alarms. You need to understand how they respond before you spend a weekend inside. So you hide an old alarm clock inside the vault and set it for 3 in the morning. It goes off. The sensors trigger. Police come, check the outside of the building, find nothing unusual, and leave. You have just learned something valuable. The sensors work. And when they go off without an obvious explanation, nobody looks inside. Over the following weeks, you deactivate every sensor in the vault, one by one, quietly. You have the technical knowledge, you have the patience, you have the time. You bring your younger brother Vincent into the plan. His job on the day, keep the vault attendant occupied and away from the vault while you hide inside. Everything is ready. Saturday morning, April 11th, 1981. You arrive at the bank, as you always do. Vincent is with you and begins talking to the vault attendant. Casual, friendly, buying you time. You go into the vault. You find your hiding spot. You pull yourself out of sight. You wait. The attendant finishes with Vincent. She scans the vault. Nothing unusual. She locks the door. She sets the time lock. You are alone, in the most secure room in the bank, sealed in until Monday. You turn on your flashlight and go to work. You retrieve your tools from the false ceiling. You open the 74 safety deposit boxes one by one, carefully, methodically, so that each lock appears intact from the outside. You remove the contents, cash, gold, jewelry, documents of value. You pack everything into bags. You stack the bags in the ceiling space. You work through Saturday night and all of Sunday. You eat the food you brought. You sleep in short intervals on the cold floor. You use a bottle when you need to. You do not panic. You do not doubt yourself. The plan is working exactly as designed, and you feel, in this dark room, completely alone, doing something that should be completely impossible, more alive than you have felt in years. The total value of what you pack into those bags, approximately $1 million in 1981, from a vault that has never been robbed. Before we get to Monday morning, to the vault attendant, the walk across the lobby, the good morning, subscribe so you don't miss how this ends. Every week, we bring you the true stories most people never heard. You will not see the ending coming. Monday morning, April 13th. You have been in the vault for 48 hours. Before entering on Saturday, you packed construction worker clothes in your bag. Dirty, worn, practical. The bank has renovation work happening. Workers have been coming and going for days. A man in construction clothes carrying large bags is entirely unremarkable in this building right now. You change into the construction clothes. You put on a hat that covers most of your face. At 9 o'clock, the time lock releases. The vault attendant opens the door. She steps inside. She looks around. She looks directly at the area where you are waiting. She sees a construction worker near the back. She leaves. You wait a few more minutes, then you pick up your bags, heavy, full of gold and cash and jewelry, and you walk out of the vault. You cross the lobby. You head toward the main entrance. A bank staff member is walking in the opposite direction. You say, "Good morning." He says, "Good morning." He keeps walking. You keep walking. You push through the main door of the bank. Vincent is outside with the car running. You open the trunk, load the bags, get in the passenger seat. He pulls out of the parking lot. You drive away. About an hour after you leave, a regular customer comes into the vault to access her safety deposit box. She inserts her key. She turns it. The lock falls off in her hand. The box is empty. She calls the attendant. The attendant touches the next box. That lock falls off too. Then the next. Then the next. One by one, 74 locks collapse. And the vault which has been sealed since Saturday afternoon, is revealed to have been completely emptied over a weekend during which nobody entered and nobody left. The FBI is called. Investigators enter the vault and find no forced entry. No tunnels, no broken walls, no damaged door, nothing. What they find instead: a bottle filled with urine, an old alarm clock, some hammers and screwdrivers, and a disturbed ceiling panel. The media calls it the perfect crime. The FBI concludes it must be the work of a highly professional, organized gang. They spend months investigating. They find a fake name, a fake address, a description of a friendly painting dealer. They make a sketch, but you changed your appearance so thoroughly that nobody connects the sketch to you. The case goes cold. The file is closed. You have gotten away with it completely. You hide the gold and the cash in the mud near a lake. You go back to cutting hair in Chicago. You have approximately $1 million and nobody looking for you. About a year passes. You have the money, you have the freedom. You have a wife and a child and a life in Chicago, and nobody knows what you did. The perfect crime is exactly that. Perfect, unsolved, filed away, and you are bored again. Not financially, not practically, in the specific way that you have always been bored. The way that has nothing to do with what you have and everything to do with what you are feeling. The heist is over. The planning is done. The vault is behind you. The gold is in the mud. And the only thing you can think about is that you want to feel that feeling again. You scout a second bank. A bank in Libertyville. Same method, same tools, same patience. This time, you hide above the bathroom ceiling. A customer walks into the bathroom. He hears something above him. He sees dust falling from the ceiling. He looks up. He reports it to bank staff. Bank staff calls police. Police open the ceiling. You are there. The FBI matches your tools to the marks on the Barrington vault locks. They match the method. They match the pattern. The perfect crime is solved not by brilliant investigation, but by the fact that you could not stop doing it. At the police station, you confess to everything. The Barrington heist. The hiding place. Your brother. They recover the gold from the mud. They ask you one question. You already had the money from the first job. Why did you go back? You tell them the truth. You missed the rush. It 20 years. Reduced to 8 for good behavior. You think about it sometimes. The 48 hours in the dark, the flashlight beam moving across 74 boxes, the weight of the bags, the Monday morning walk across the lobby, the good morning that nobody questioned. You think about the feeling. You think about how nothing before it and nothing after it has ever felt like that. And you understand, sitting in a cell with 8 years of time to think, that the vault was never really about the money. The money was just proof that you had done something that should have been impossible. The rush was the only thing you were ever actually after. And the rush was the thing that eventually put you in a room you could not plan your way out of.